It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Salt Beer Factory. I'm looking forward to this one. This is their Let Me Be Your Galaxy Hazy IPA, coming in at 6% ABV. 440 milliliter can, just launched into Sainsbury's for £3.50 a can for a single can. If you want to buy it on a 4 for 3 deal, if you've got a Nectar card, then it'll probably cost you between £2.60 and £2.70, if my maths are correct. Described as hazy and hoppy, 6%. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Now, I'm in an interesting position here where I get to drink fantastic craft beer. From all around the world. And I remember a time where Salt brought out a beer called Huckaback. And if I remember rightly, it was £2.50 a can in a 440 milliliter can when it first came out. And it literally blew away most other canned craft beer that launched into the supermarket at the time. It was just absolutely fantastic. It was really good stuff. Salt's Huckaback. And then up until recently, that was great. That was about 5 years ago, Huckaback, maybe even longer. 2 finger, white head, good levels of carbonation, hazy, kind of light amber coloured beer. Not much in the way of sediment in the bottom of the glass. So Huckaback did that back in the day. Salt really made their name for producing really good quality craft beer in the supermarket. And then there was a setback. There was a setback. And I always look at the setback and I always think, is this where this company's deciding to go? I've seen it with Brewdog, I've seen it with Thornbridge to an extent, but Thornbridge gladly, happily retreated from the precipice. Thornbridge are now brewing great beer again. Unfortunately, we've seen it with Magic Rock. Unfortunately, we've seen it with Beavertown. And unfortunately, we've seen it from, and this is massively so, from Northern Monk. Northern Monk started down this, like, as soon as you have one beer that you go, ooh, you know, the beer that makes you go, oh, what's happened there then? You were great up until this point. Salt were great, but they hit this point where they brought out a beer in collaboration with Hooper's Hooch and Salt, and it was called Twisting My Lemon Man, and it launched into Morrison's, and it was terrible, absolutely terrible. And my fear was that was the turning point. That was the moment Salt become the next Brewdog, Beavertown, Northern Monk, where it become less about the quality of the beer and more about the quantity of the beer. So this is my first beer since, for me, the disastrous Twisting My Lemon Man Hooch beer that Salt did a collaboration with Morrison's in the summer of 2024. So this is now September 2024, and this hopefully is back to where Salt were. But let's get in, let's find out. Smells okay, malty and hoppy. A bit of grapefruit, passion fruit, mango, orange peel. Let's get in, cheers. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's really tough. It's really tough. This beer is suffering from a little bit of hop burn, where they've actually, that's a good thing. Because the beer's only just been released into Sainsbury's, because it's a brand new beer, it's ultimately very fresh. So you get this kind of like slight burning rubber tire flavour going on. That's a good thing, actually. It shows that the beer is really fresh and they've used fresh ingredients in the beer, which is a very good thing. It's just, in the industry they call it a bit hot. The beer's become a bit hot. It's a bit too fresh. It needs a little bit of time just to kind of settle into the can. If I reviewed this beer in 2 weeks' time, it would be perfect. It would be absolutely perfect. It's actually ironically suffering from being too fresh of a beer. Good. It's oaty, it's malty, it's hoppy, grapefruit, orange peel, tangerine flavours, a little bit of a hop burn. You feel the hops burning in the throat a little bit. That's that kind of fresh hop kind of boof hit. Yeah, I mean, nothing to complain about here, really. Nothing to complain about. I'm not going to complain about an overly fresh hoppy beer. It's a case of, you know, we can't have it all our own way, can we? I just banged on about Hooper's Huge hot salt beer, how bad it was for a long time in this video, and thankfully it seems like Salt have done a Thornbridge here, and Thornbridge took a long time, mind. It took them about 2 or 3 years, Thornbridge. I think when Thornbridge stopped really putting their dry pear in, you don't really see dry pear so much in the supermarkets anymore. It's almost like they've reverted back to selling it as a premium product. But they, in order to get it massively out there in the supermarkets, dry pear changed. Thornbridge's dry pear changed for a while. Thankfully, they reverted back to just saying, hey, you know, we're a quality brewery. We're not going to go down the road of they've probably seen what Brewdog did, Magic Rock, Beavertown, and we're like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Because it upsets your core audience. The people who backed you to succeed are being really disappointed by the fact that you've just become big beer. So, Salt, this is a great effort. I like it. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for real craft beer. Please, if anybody's watching from Salt, please carry on down this road of producing really good quality beer. The breweries that burn their fingers with Let's Go huge and massive and Brewdogs, Beavertowns, Magic Rocks, you probably, they were like a case study, weren't they? They were a case study of what not to do in brewing. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom, cheers.